We have no.
Oh.
Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is our Starforged finale stream. We're finishing up our 22 days of crowdfunding.
Somewhere right. It was over. Was it like 24? I can't remember.
Woo!
Hi, how's everybody doing?
We're here. So we're gonna. We were hoping you're gonna join us here for these last 2 hours to close this thing out, see what happens, see how high we can go, see if anything bonkers happens. We're gonna look at all the pieces you guys helped us clean up and adjust. We're gonna get team members in here and hang out, answer your questions. What else? What are we doing, Chris?
We're going to be giving away two $50 gift cards that will be, you can use them on the Starforged campaign or you can use them in the web store, either way. So we're going to do those interspersed throughout the stream. And I think that's more or less it.
Thank you.
I think to start off with, why don't we go ahead and cover some things that just went out in the update. If you haven't seen the update,
There's a lot.
there's a good amount of stuff. Heading into we cooked up a couple, we ended up blowing through the last stretch goals we had faster than we expected. So we were trying to figure out, okay, what can we do to still make this last day exciting? And we came up with a couple things. So why don't we go ahead and go over those?
$50 giveaways. Is there anything else we need to say? Oh, jump in too. This is a fun. This is a free for all. Give us your comments, give us your thoughts, give us your everything. Rock and roll. We got Marvin in the studio.
Yeah, we got Marvin here. We might have a lot of people just kind of wandering in and out over the course of this. It shouldn't just be us today, but we'll see how people feel.
Toby definitely wants to build some bonkers stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we announce? We got going into our home stretch here. What do we announce?
Do you want to do the?
What was it? It's the news.
Yeah, there we go.
The news.
Oh, man,
The news is the Kickstarter. I mean, the crowdfunding campaign is about to end, and we have a new pack. We have a new supply cache.
Yeah.
We have a coupon. We have a module. We have. What do we have, Chris?
Yeah, we got just under 2 hours left. We added a couple things. Some of these went up earlier today. Some of them just went up. Some of them don't really happen until Pledge Manager. The first thing, we've heard a lot of people asking for a easier way to get the tri-barrel turrets. Currently, you can only get one per $75 exterior dressing pack, or then there was one in the Mega Bunker Builder or something like that. So we've made.
Go to the close. Go close. We got this guy.
There we go. It's not very close yet. Yeah. So there we go. So we've made what we're calling the artillery objectives pack. Artillery objectives pack. Because something that somebody pointed out is they're sizable guns, so you could use them for objectives in war games fairly easily. And also, if you drop it in an RPG encounter, that's clearly going to be a thing, whether that's on your side or not. That is going to be a big part of the battlefield. It comes with two of those things you're looking at right there, two of the turret cones and two of the big gun on top of the turret cone. It's also got two small blasters and two energy units for you to put the small blasters in. So that way, it's just a good way to if you just want to add a bunch of little guns to
Where did those little guys
your
go?
builds, we run out of little guns.
Oh no, I pre-built them and then they ran off. These little guys. So you got two of these things, all in one pack.
So that is now active in the store. Not in the store. On the GameFound page, you can find them in the scatter and dressing section. It's $50 painted, $28 unpainted, which I think honestly it's better pricing than I expected.
It's
out
fantastic.
Of them. So I'm glad we were able to get that. Tyler's been working on that since yesterday, I think.
Hey, and this was in direct response to you guys asking for turrets, maybe too much, relentlessly.
Speaking of things you guys asked for, we're looking for a way to make the corbels more accessible, because there are some people who really want them. We were looking at it. There wasn't really as good of a way to make a store pack for them as we could for the turrets. So what we're doing is making them another cache option. So instead of 4 caches, there's going to be 5 cache options. Let me actually look at that real quick and read off the exact composition of that cache, unless you know it by heart.
2 ladders, 4 end caps, and 6 corbels. And I don't know where the heck I had a whole bunch of corbels and I hit them somewhere. I don't know where these guys.
And that is the painted.
And double it for the unpainted. Yes. So it's 12 corbels, 4 ladders, and 8 the end caps. So
just everything in the campaign that's there to stick into biscuit holes.
at these
That's
guys.
it's in there. So, yeah.
Those guys.
If you're wanting a bunch
The
of
end
those,
caps.
they are going to
Woo!
be supply. They're going to be supply cache options. Also, hey, if you're wanting a ton of them, that's a very easy thing to go unpainted and paint yourself. Those are
Yeah.
a bunch of very tiny things that are going to be easy to paint, and then you'll get twice as many. So that's exciting. Outside
So we
of
got
that,
a new pack. We got a new cache. We have a coupon from our friends.
yeah, friends at Eldritch Foundry, doing a thing where everybody who backs Starforged, when the campaign wraps up, we're going to email everybody a code that is 40% off any order of $100 or more, $100 or more. That code you can use multiple times as well. So, and I believe they said they're not going to put an end date on it either. So
That's wild.
it's a pretty if you need like bulk custom minis, we thought it might be a fun thing to put together because we know a lot of you are looking at playing sci-fi games for the first time because of this. You've been with us for D&D and Pathfinder. Generally, that's the audience that we kind of built up over time. But there's been a good amount of you saying that you want to try out some new games. So if you're doing Starfinder, or if you're doing one of the Star Wars RPGs and you're making original characters, or even if you just want to put together like some good like warband army options,
Or
warband unit options, this is a way to kind of customize and make exactly the kind of stuff you want. They got a lot of good sci-fi options. You can also use this for fantasy models
you
as
could
well.
just get some D&D characters or some monsters, or they have some like I feel like they have a speeder bike thing that you can put your guys on.
Yeah,
they
they've
throw
got like some
poses.
cool, they have this. They have a very cool kind of that big round vehicle thing that you
Yeah.
can put a mini in. So there's a lot of really cool options they have there, and like a premium. Their material's really good too that they printed in.
It's awesome.
And so generally one of those pre-printed, it's $25. If you just want an STL, if you print yourself, it's $5. So you could get 20 custom STLs, like
20
40%
STLs
off
for
if you're
60 bucks.
printing.
And you build it. You go in the thing and you build it and you
Yeah.
pose it and you're changing the hands and the clothes and the thing. It is like you could just lose. It's a rabbit hole. You go down there and you just come out. It's 2 days later and you made 20 minutes. It's like
Yes.
It is bonkers.
So yeah, we thought for those of you who are excited for Starfinder 2nd Edition, or who are wanting to get into Stargrave, or wanting to get into 5 Parsecs, or any of these other games, yeah, this is a way, a little thank you from us to help you put those games together. We're at 920,000, guys. If we hit a million, man, I would love to hit a million.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
all right. So we got a coupon. We also have a Pathfinder adventure.
Yes, we Starfinder.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, pathfinding all the way to the stars.
Although you can
Same
mix and
people.
match them, same company,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So that
Eli, yeah, go for it.
So Eli, we wanted to last time we had Eli in the studio, we wanted to play something on the pieces. So he wrote a adventure designed to use these pieces and built a spaceship for it. And we ran it. It was really fun. And then that became the basis. With the Outer Rim Freighter build was based on the ship. The ship he built was like a little too bonkers to put into an easy bundle. But so we used that as the basis for the Outer Rim Freighter, and then he rewrote the module to work for the Outer Rim Freighter. And Letitia turned it around like super fast, cleaned it up, and put it up there. So we have an adventure you can download free, and it's a good. It was really fun. At least for me, I was just enjoyed like being in the pieces and remembering how well they can help tell a story. I mean, I know it because we do it all the time, but it's just, I don't know, somehow doing it again, it just reminded, it was like, it got me really excited in the midst of the project doing it, like just remembering how much it adds to the mood, and how fun Starfinder is. Super fun. So that's a download. It's on the quick links.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the quick links, we put I forget the music. We should remind people there's a whole soundtrack.
Yes. Yeah, all the
There
music. We commissioned Amy Waters to do original music for us for Starforged because we have a lot of fantasy music. We did not really have a lot of sci-fi music. Amy Waters, friend of mine, musician. We go back like a decade. She scored my short film, stuff like that. And like her wheelhouse is electronic, kind of. She does like electro folk, like.
Let's say
stuff.
like warm synth.
Yeah. So she put together just a lot of like stellar tracks. You heard some of them before the stream started.
stellar.
We've been playing them like in all the videos and everything. Yeah, and so she uploaded those to YouTube. So if you want to just be able to listen to those without our voices over them and stuff like that, you can find all those there if you need some atmospheric music. I think that all the general news stuff, and then we can get
Is there
into
anything else in the
questions.
update? Did anybody read the update? What else was in there?
That's a great question. We're
I
at
think it's-
9:23.
Woo, cooking. I think that's all the news that's fit
All the news that's fit to post.
for to talk about for free on the internet.
Yeah.
Let's. You know what I wanted to do before we get everybody in here and go bonkers. I wanted to just look at all the pieces that had changed since the launch of the campaign, because it's been a lot of fun stuff, and a lot of it's driven by you guys, including the pack. I'm not talking about all the packs that we kind of came up with from your input.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we love, I mean, there's lots of things we love about crowdfunding, but one of the things we love is the real-time feedback and the smart feedback, right? We get a lot of really good notes from you guys. So we've used that to make a better offer, because we have a very, a very invested group here who's telling us exactly what they want. So some of these things we'd already in the midst of changing. I don't know how much we've shown them, but the original 2x2 alpha floor design was this, and this sort of predates before we'd figured out what the bottoms of the floors were going to be. Oh, I don't have the new. Oh man, there's a floor with a newer. Oh man, I built it into something somewhere. Oh boy. Well, anyway, Eli went through and fixed sort of the bottoms of the floors, or the bottoms of the core pieces, starting with the floors to make it much more cohesive group. Oh man, where did I put that straight? We had one straight that was the example.
Did you lose?
Okay, well here's a bad print of it. I don't know where the better one is, but at least we have something. So anyway, this is the floor, the revised floor design. I know we've shown it, but I might as well show it again.
Yes, Merc, the floors are double-sided as well. So the floors you can flip upside down to change the aesthetic.
Yeah. So the bottom, so this is a kind of a janky print, but the bottom of the core floor and these floors are now a closer fit. The bottom of the 2x1 floor, like that's slightly changed so it matches in the rest of these. The corner is the same. The accessory wall, like all the stuff. Oh, is this the? No, this isn't the new.
It was a thing that, we had talked about like trying to do double-sided floors in Lowtown and just decided the cost wasn't worth it. With the way that the Starforged system kind of came together, it seemed like the floors had to be double-sided.
Yeah.
And so then just from a design standpoint, it was, all right, so what's the...
Well, once everything else was, like, you can't not have the floor.
Not having double-sided floors would have been ludicrous.
And getting the options, and having sort of an exterior and an interior thing, whatever. It all really could be up. So we got new floor designs. We had the trapdoor floor got a biscuit slot on the inside there, so you can hang the ladder down, right, and do stuff like that in the bills, as well as hook other things there, the corbel and whatnot. So that was a neat new bit. We had the LED wall. We were able to put it's gonna have a rechargeable battery baked in there, which is just so exciting. I don't know if anybody's had to go through and change like a dozen CR2032s before a session. It's really annoying. So this is going to be awesome. You'll never have to change the battery. Just plug it in, charge it the night before, and go. Or a couple hours before your session, just charge it up and go. It's. Hopefully we can just do this with everything.
From our experience with the reliquaries, those rechargeable batteries will also hold the charge for quite a while.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, we got that. We got the floor thing. We've got the pylon. We had the 4-way biscuit slot, which is. None of you have had the chance to build with these yet, but it turns out when you're building with the pipelines and scaffolding, there are a ton of times where you end up wanting to put things sideways versus just horizontally, like use the vertical slot versus the horizontal slot. So you have the option. You can go any which way on these on both sides of the pylon. Really, really helpful. Same as on the terminus, right? It lets you kind of change axes very quickly and easily. And then this
also means you can take two ladders and biscuit them like kind of
like a 90 degree
in the top and the bottom, and like kind of do a long ladder situation with a small skip.
Well, the old one had the 2 slots. You could do that.
Oh, but you could do it sideways.
Now we can do it sideways.
Yeah.
So you could for outer space,
Yeah.
right? Where there's no, like you could have them turn 90 degrees or do whatever. With, the ladder's going in every direction. There's no gravity. And then we got. Oh, this was a fun. So someone was, I don't know where it came from, on Discord somewhere, I think, or something. Some people were saying, hey, if we can remove the glass. This is the cockpit piece. And is there anything we could do with the front of this? And someone said we've had biscuits that be more useful. So Eli's like, holy moly, that's a great idea. So this cockpit is now going to have, and we don't have the new one on here but he's Eli's revised the design so exactly 1 inch out of depth there's a biscuit slot here, so you'll be able to put like a ramp or a catwalk or anything, a little corbel hole or anything on there. So now you can use this as it's an even more useful building piece. Plus, there will be a baked-in little piece of metal and biscuit baked into this. So I don't know exactly how this is the actual glass part is going to be as useful. It's like a weirder piece that's got to fit on this, but you have the option, in particular, you have the option on here for building. And the last one we got is, we hadn't showed you the bottom of the bed. So Toby had finished that. Hamster just finished painting those up. I think he did it on the stream the other day too. Somebody got to see it early. So now you can flip this over and use them as like storage crates. But they work real nice for the multi-modules to put them together and make it like stuff. Or a table or whatnot. So I think those are all the pieces that have changed since we launched. So thanks, everybody.
All right. So, are the rechargeable batteries going to be replaceable in case they go bad?
I believe so. I
Like-
don't know. We don't have it yet. I know. Here's the thing. I know. I believe Miles put a rechargeable battery in a reliquary, so it leads me to believe that if we're able to do it in there, we can do it in here because there's even more space.
It's just a lithium-ion cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah,
it should be.
They should be replaceable.
Yeah. But we will find out as soon as we have the rig.
Is it going to carry over to future sets, do you think, the rechargeable battery? We are doing it here because there's enough room in that wall to fit it. So, like, it's not like stuff like the dungeon LED wall, for example. There's just not space to put a rechargeable battery. So it really depends. It's going to be a piece-by-piece basis.
It's the whole driver is, can we do it with the piece? Like, there's a lot of stuff we can't retrofit it. So, but new stuff, we'll be conscious of it and try and work it into new things.
Yeah. So we're not getting rid of the pieces that work with clock batteries because for some of them that's the only thing that we can fit in there. But yeah.
Clock batteries.
Watch batteries. Yeah. Watch is just a small clock.
It is.
The 360 biscuit hole. Is there anything in Colt you wish you could reverse engineer to include it on, or does it not have any application without being a reverse?
Hey mates, let's get everybody else in now. We've gone through all the business.
I didn't realize Mace was keeping them at bay.
No, I was it was just like focus on the pieces. Then we go. I was keeping it at bay.
All right.
So sorry, what was the question? I was yelling.
Do we wish that we could put the 360 degree biscuit hole anywhere in Colt? I think none of the pieces in Colt were really sculpted with it in mind. Like the reason it's so valuable here is because these pieces are sculpted 360 degrees.
It's and particularly the pipelines because they turn into circles and they want to go. Sometimes you want them this way, and sometimes you want them this way, and sometimes you want to change in midline and whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd have to look back. I don't remember in Lowtown being like, man, I wish we could go turn this 90 degrees.
In Lowtown, it makes a ton more sense for everything to be facing a certain direction. Yeah. So, yeah, I get that.
But who knows? Now that we kind of have this trick up in our arsenal, like who knows where we're gonna find excuses to put it. Like that's what's kind of fun is each time we do a project, we develop a few more tricks that we can introduce into the mix.
Is there a way to biscuit a ladder to a pipe that's standing vertically? I don't believe so.
That's a good question.
I don't think that's the case.
Hey Toby.
I don't know.
Put him on the case. See if there's going to be some crazy workaround, like if you put a. So they want to do that.
Generally, I would say no. The
Yeah, you know how you could do it. You would build a pylon inline here. We already got a challenge, but I just figured it out. But maybe you can do it. We're gonna put a ladder vertically on a pipe.
A ladder on a pipe that's running vertically. So because the biscuit holes on the pipes.
I haven't built it,
Yeah.
but if you put a pylon in line like this, then you can use the slot that's in the front of the pylon.
That's a very specific.
Yeah, but then you could do, you could build it outside the building, and then it's a short ladder to nowhere, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody got any? Come on over, Toby. We got anybody have any build challenges for Toby?
All right. Biggest question of the evening: what wild promises will there be if we hit 1 million before close? A fantasy campaign.
Yeah, I don't have any wild promises queued up.
This was the wild promise.
Yeah,
That's
Wild
what
promises.
makes them wild.
yeah,
You wouldn't have them planned.
yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to let's get to 1 million and then we can get wild.
Speaking of getting to 1 million, let's check in real quick.
Anybody have anything they want Toby to build? Real challenge: modular ship using pipes as a mast.
We're at 925.
Interesting. Oh, and then barricades might be the.
Oh boy, he's already started.
Yeah.
925.
Okay.
We'll do a fantasy building campaign.
Where can I build?
This is the question.
That's the new part. I don't.
Should we bring that other table over? I can dismantle this in a sec.
Or at least if there's some small space, I can just put a.
Sci-fi wasn't a planned
Battle
promise when
Wars.
Wildlands hit 4 million, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That was.
A hamster on a lark.
Want to see Dome set up as a wall in Cities Untold? I don't know.
Dome
if we can
set
do
up
that.
as a wall.
I don't
Just
know.
on the side.
Sideways?
Just like a.
It would take a lot.
What would they biscuit
You would
to
need
hold
to
them
get
up?
you would need to get rid of the corner posts on that stretch of the wall, or the domes wouldn't fit.
Or at least it'll have to fit on the outside of it. But then, trying to think of how it would attach.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you would do that.
Oh boy, someone wants a barricade demo. Oh yeah, that's fun. Oh, here's a good question. What kind of updates and frequency can we expect during the long wait until completion fulfillment?
Monthly.
Yep, end of every month. We send out an update at the end of every single month. And some months we'll send more. Like when we're getting ready, the pledge manager will say, hey, it's like a week till the pledge manager, and then, hey, the pledge manager is live, and then, hey, the pledge manager is closing. And like we'll send more when there's more news to be had, but at bare minimum, at the end of every month, there will be an update.
Yeah, we also answer questions like more minutely and kind of to the minute on these streams and on
Yes.
Discord, just because that's those are just platforms where you have like conversations. But there's officially our status quo is to do an end of month update every month.
So this was I just started messing around with yesterday of like we hadn't really shown dungeon style RPG build, right? Like just a dungeon crawl in space. So this was just with the pieces that were left over from the big old spaceport. So we have over yonder. You see, we have this. I don't know. You see the whole big spaceport. There's a mic in the way. It's using a whole bunch of the pieces. So we got here. So it was just sort of, hey, can we build like actual just dungeon style rooms? And it was quite simple sort of entryway. There's a door that brings you into this back room here, which has it's kind of hard to see the thing. Where there's a console that you could do some interaction with. There's the pipe insert, the little hidden chamber. It maybe gets you open this door, doing sort of the halls and rooms, room and passage style thing. There's the force field, right? The hex field door here. So maybe you have to figure out how to get through that. You can't do that until you do another thing. There's a hallway right here with a little blaster to mess with you, and then it comes around. And this is, man, it shows the worst angle to try and catch the set. This is, check this out. This is really fun. This is taking two of the consoles and putting them vertically between two accessory walls. So it's like Toby said, it's like an evil cat scan. You're like, you have to pass through this, or whether it's a defense barrier or it's something, but I don't know. It's some sort of neat obstacle to mess with, and you get into a little room past it. Ooh. This would be, what this would be nice with? On terrain trays with anchor magnets. So then you come through that thing. It gets you out of here. some little back room. So maybe that gets you the key card you need to get to the hex field. Takes you back through the hex field. Then we have like a room that has a raised walkway in it for no apparent reason. I was trying to figure out this thing raised, and then I got it wider and was like, oh wait, we could do some sort of like elevated end room, something. Maybe put some barricades here. We want to have the bad guys like hold up there with get some barricades up. Maybe it's a defensive. Oh yeah. Let's make it a whole super defensive thing. It's boom. Boop. 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 You gotta fight your way through into the back, and then a couple of inverted domes. At least cheating with his modular ship.
What?
Yeah.
Am I cheating?
Oh, I thought you're like, I already built the thing I need.
No, I'm building down there because there's no table
There's
space.
no-
So it's just
We
gonna
can
be.
clear this out now that
I mean, at least a small section of it.
yeah. Yeah.
I have ideas for the ship.
It's amazing how much table space we use up very quickly. You got the thing that says front. All right. I'll show barricades while you build.
I will also be using barricades in this.
The no dead side designs are really exciting. Can you guys see you implementing this style in the future for more projects, or does it only make sense for certain applications?
Only makes sense for certain applications.
Yeah, like it really just kind of matched the general idea of doing a sci-fi set. Like there's a lot of discussion around.
You guys are welcome to come in and hang out if you want.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion around what
Guys,
what
singular.
the set needed to accomplish and what made sense for it. And it was kind of just a big swing based on what made sense.
It was the right way to approach this set once we figured out that it was the right way to approach the set. it gave us so many great options.
David Moffat, yes, the walls of force do work with this pretty well. We've used them as force fields in builds before.
You know what? Take a look at the underground compatibility. Oh wait, no, it's in the caverns, not in this. But yeah, why don't we get one right? Okay, fine.
All right. We get some glitter.
At 1 million, can we get a promise for Starforged Ruins?
For what?
Starforged Ruins.
Oh boy, that's a whole system.
Yeah, like not as part of this campaign, but
Actually, it's hard to do ruins because we need to dedicate a whole bunch of pieces to it.
Battle damage pieces was high on the list of things to do, and we really wanted to do it right, so it was too many pieces, so we didn't do it. So we're holding that one for when we have a big piece allocation we can use.
does tax count towards supply cash? It does not. Since shipping and taxes vary from person to person and aren't really, that money goes to like UPS and the government and stuff like that, as opposed to us. It's just the money spent on sets that applies towards caches.
Whew.
Let's see. What other questions are there?
We gotta still show the barricades. That was a good one.
Magnetic accessory
these?
piece set will make a lot of sense, given the 360
Take 'em.
ability to get the base magnet on a wall. I guess that is tricky, is if we did like a magnetic wall, what part of it would we put the magnet on? Or what part would we put the metal on?
Miles is here. Miles, you want to build
Miles.
something?
Hello. What are y'all building?
I am.
Stuff.
I don't have table space, so I'm building under here. But
It's fun. Little
Yeah.
force
Well,
field.
Dave Moffat wanted to see the wall of force in action, so we got a little wall of force built in there.
Now it's a
Especially with
wall
the-
of D-force.
Yeah,
Did someone make
especially
that
with the-
joke already?
no! See, this is why we.
That's why you need your
What,
space wizard.
What's something the space wizard should build?
Oh gosh.
What should the space wizard build?
Make sure it can fit in a space this big, okay?
You can also take a part of this.
Yeah,
There's
no
it's-
worries.
None of it is. none of it's
Wall of
sacred.
Force is coming back soon at 2, I think. So if you don't have them, they are coming back pretty soon.
With double glitter.
We're putting in an order for them. They should be getting restocked by summer, probably.
can I be
I
there?
don't know the exact timeline, but they're coming in,
There.
and we're asking them to not do glitter this time.
Any requests for the Space Wizard? Space Wizard. More unpainted wall.
Do you guys think you'll be using GameFound more than Kickstarter? We have to evaluate that on a project by project basis. So we can't really make any commitments at this point because we haven't really made that discussion.
Well, let's flip that around. Flip that back at you guys. Has everyone? How has the GameFound experience been for you, the backers?
Mhm.
Right? Have you preferred it to Kickstarter? Is it the same? Is it worse? What was it? How was it on the receiving end? Because for us, there's a bunch of tools that we enjoy, as well as being able to have a full-fledged store, so you could see all the packs and shop through them, and add them to your pledge, just like you were doing regular shopping. Seems like it was a great thing.
If the chat is to be believed, then yes. Big love for GameFound.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and stretch pay.
Comment section much better. People have mentioned a lot of things. Stretch pay's come up a couple times. Mentioned the comment section, just the functionality. The only thing was we had those hiccups at the very beginning, but that's not a regular GameFound feature. That was us asking them to do something.
That was our fault.
Yeah, we pushed them extremely hard and kind of paid for it. That's not a thing that would happen in the future.
No.
I keep seeing pics of the lava stuff and compatibility pics. Will those ever come in stock?
part?
Yes, I think I'm pretty sure that same restock order that has the Wall of Force has the Hellscape Caverns core in it as well. And we are, the lava is not a thing that we're like getting rid of. We're gonna be keeping that in stock.
So, geez, it seems like everybody likes GameFound, so that's a great sign. And we've certainly been enjoying the functionality it's given us. They've been really great partners on this. It's a neat platform. Here, you know what the other test is going to be? The pledge manager, right? Going from this, just having this turn into the pledge manager, because that's normally a big rigmarole on our end. So if that's easier, that's like yet another great thing. And if the transition for you guys, right? If you pick all your stuff now and you go to the pledge manager, it's all there waiting for you. You can obviously change it and rearrange it a million times, but if you're happy with what you picked, just put in your shipping info, put in your payment, and you're done. Boom.
My one complaint is that the stretch goal sets don't show price and are automatically available in the store when the goal is passed. So the reason for that is that it's because when you set up a stretch goal, like it's not a given that it's going to be like a new set that would become a listing in the store.
Usually it's like a free thing that's added to the board game that you had or whatever.
Or it's saying that this is being added to this pledge or something. So that's why they're not set up that way. That said, I wouldn't be surprised if GameFound flesh that feature out more in the future where you can do something like that. The way that we're using the stretch goals is a little bit outside of the intended use, which is why we have to do like the manual setup and the like. It is one thing to keep in mind is GameFound was primarily set up for board game style projects. While we've experienced it being a better fit for what we do than Kickstarter's setup, we are still, with our really complicated terrain project, we're still kind of an unusual thing for the platform.
The other neat thing is showing the discount in the bundles, like right in the bundle is cool. There's a lot. Anybody have any requests for Space Wizard? Would you like Space Wizard to build anything? As if Miles Head doesn't have a name. It's just a title.
Oh yeah, 6. I'm assuming that your payment method issue is likely because of them being European based.
Starforged.
So I'm assuming that's why we flagged as fraud.
You can
which
steal
I'm
anything
curious,
you want from.
I'm curious why you're having that issue when a lot of other people haven't been having it though. It might just be your particular bank or something. That's definitely something interesting to look into.
So we have a request for the Dwarven Wizard to build a Dwarven or Space Wizard to build a Dwarven Space Forge. Seems like a fun challenge. You up for that challenge, Miles?
Small credit unions maybe.
I mean, sure.
might be it,
I'm not entirely sure what it means, but I'm down.
That's the best part, right?
Yeah.
You can make
Alright.
whatever you want to say it's the thing.
Yeah.
We should also just we could put up that at a pop-up table or something, or just start apart some of that and build there.
Yeah, you don't really have a
Or you
demo
build the
yet.
middle and slide this over here.
Yeah.
Good. I was gonna show these barricades. We still didn't get to that, right?
GamePound needs a system to just throw money at a campaign and figure it out later. You can just do bonus. You can just put in money without tying it to a set. But
It's a little bit more hidden.
It's not as obvious.
we're at 935K already.
Wow. All right, so this barricade. Brilliantly sculpted by well, if he was here I would talk about it. All right. Toby sculpted this thing. Really neat, right? Feels armor plated, cool angles, breaks up your blocking stability. So like just aesthetically already a neat bit. What's fun about it? It freestands. It's the same height as the wall on the floor. So if you put it on the floor, it gets you up to the same height. So it gives you a bunch of easy building options there. It has biscuit slot on the back. So you can do a lot with that biscuit slot. You can take, let's say this was a raised thing we wanted to armor up. You can put it on the side of like bunkers or a raised building. Can you get in there? Like that. So now you have a defensive position, right? You can have it as like your parapet. You can flip it upside down and do. You can use it like that to elevate. You can use it to lift up structure by one floor's height, if that makes sense. Like you could, if there's a whole building, you could put a bunch of barricades underneath and lift it up. It's like a sub foundation. You can even just like put it against. Forget the biscuit for a sec. You can just put it against the side of a wall to make it look armored. Oh yeah. Also, it stands upside down. Right, Toby makes it so it works either which way. It has pole accessory hole on the top and the bottom, so you can accessorize it. Right, you can put like your blaster on there. You can take a pole accessory peg and peg two of them together, and then they kind of swivel. You can do angles. You can use it to then double stack or go double high or biscuit there, and then peg on the bottom to get another half-inch higher. What else does this thing do? It looks neat on its side too. You can put it down like this in front of a thing to kind of break up the shape. We made wings on a spaceship the other day by biscuiting it to the one of these guys.
Yeah, that also makes a platform.
Like this. Oh yeah. You did the platform gag, right? So you can flip it around like that. Biscuit. Not a very big platform, but it's a platform. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. So if you did this, you can then biscuit that off something like that as like a wing or a platform, or you can flip it 180. Everything up like that.
I also
like
make
on
like
shutter.
a roof system if you like to cover up this. So you peg two of them together and it fits on there.
It fits across a. Yeah, it's a really good. I don't have the pegs here, but you can do.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Let's see. Whoa. So you can use it to cover up hallways like that. Oh yeah, it makes really cool corridors. We didn't even talk about this.
Oh,
You see, obviously, right? If you want to do a little thing like that, you can use it as a corridor between rooms. So like, let's say, do I have a good spot where I can cheat it easily? Yeah. Slide this over. Let me put a corner there so it's easier to see. All right, so you could use it if you're doing like a dungeon crawl style build. You can do something like that. Boom. Something like that, right? Makes a really neat corridor between bits. You can use it elevated between buildings outside. It makes a cool elevated walkway. Yeah, you can also flip this around and then use these to lift. Right, it lifts up makes a little platform like that for platforming.
I like that in particular because it gives you a different separate level of elevation from other things too. So like if you have upside down pieces, the floor will be 2 inches high. But you could have a platform like this to get like a subtle height difference without, using a bunch of core pieces and making things like extra high. So it's a fun little trick for that.
Oh, and the stairs. Could you toss me a stair?
I have one here.
Amazing. Appreciate it. Right, and the stairs go right to it at that height. Do that. Let's focus. Boom, boom, boom. It just does everything. Like the barricade is awesome. Bet we'll think of something else too.
Let's see. Yeah, you can if you want a giveaway, you can still enter the rest of the giveaways. Don't worry about that. The odds of you winning multiple times are extremely low, anyways. But it's also you can enter. How many pole accessory pegs are we getting in the sets? I think is it basically every piece? How are we doing pole accessory pegs? Is it just they're coming with pole accessory pieces, or
They're
are they
baked
gonna be used-
into the pieces.
Okay, so when we're
There's-
talking about
That pack is gonna. Tyler's putting a couple of pegs in that pack, so we have a few pegs in the barricade pack.
okay, yeah, because the
you
thing
can
I was
play.
wondering is
Yeah.
for pieces like the barricades and the tri-barrel blaster or tri-barrel turret, where they have optional pegs, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
We
build
haven't
challenge.
given the giveaway word yet.
A Sentinel head from the '90s X-Men cartoon.
When are we getting excited about hitting $1 million? That's
That
Woo!
sounds like a Toby challenge.
Yeah. The Space Wizard ducks.
we're at 9:37. We're at 9:37.
Amazing.
So yeah, if anybody has questions,
9:37.
we want to make sure that everybody is like being taken care of.
Yeah.
I have 2 barricades.
Yeah. Did we miss any questions? It took like half an hour to get to that biscuit thing. Did we? I mean, the barricade thing. Did we answer the barricade thing? We got pretty much every. I don't know.
Yes.
It gives you a good idea. The packet. The barricade is awesome. You know. I mean, here's the thing. You pick any piece, and I'm going to tell you it's awesome because it is.
Or there-
Like they all do something so
Yeah.
cool.
Would there be a way to make a Borg cube? I mean, you could just straight up stack.
Yeah.
Uh,
You could just do. You could biscuit a whole bunch. I don't know what we'd have to if you were.
Mark some barricades. or are you done?
Cube is arguably what it does best.
Yeah. But if it's like 6 high by 6 wide, take them all. Yeah, take them all. How would you get the structure of the inner? I guess you'd biscuit a whole bunch of walls. Yeah, you would take. So you would do. Okay, let's do a little mini one. Let's see. This is a good challenge. Let's see what happens. Borg cube.
I need the constant struggle for pipe terminuses.
Oh man, if there was one prototype I wish we had more of, the terminus by far.
Yeah, it's like I can see a bunch of them, but they're in parts that are not easy to take out of.
Okay. Oh.
All right, we're gonna do a quick rough and tumble Borg cube. See what.
Come on. Oh, I took off the whole leg there. It's all right.
It was
three's enough.
it was purposeful, right?
Three's enough legs for this apparently.
The Dwarven Space Forge.
Yeah.
I mean, since nobody knows what it is, I think 3 is a
Well,
great.
no, three's enough to keep this from collapsing.
Oh, the.
apparently.
So we've used basically as many pieces as possible in yesterday's Spaceport Farewell Thank You Backers build, and so now Miles is cannibalizing that build, just enough like trying to keep it from totally collapsing, while cannibalizing the pieces to build the next thing. See what happens. All right. What other questions do people have? What were people's favorite parts of this campaign? Favorite pieces, favorite parts, favorite.
I think that's all that. Okay, let's see. Can we see a dome sphere? Do we have enough domes to actually do that? I think we likely do. Well, they're all in there.
We have half a dome
We
sphere.
have half a dome
built
sphere.
here.
I mean,
Yeah,
from
it would
this
basically just be.
perspective, it is
It
a
would basically
full
just be do that twice.
Yeah.
Pass it over here.
Dome.
Oh boy.
Dome Depot.
Dome Depot.
It's me, but so Toby made this one. Oh wait, let me tell this. Toby built this one as part of that spaceport. So this is basically they're on edge, right? So it's let's show you. It's on high alert. What did I miss? Oh, it doesn't have any biscuit on it. Right, so it's the if you take the floor sides and put them both together, they're in there. That's what's holding them together on the sides. Yeah, that thing is cool. Now you put this behind your emperor's throne, and you have a whole scene, right? And you could obviously do the other. You could put them the other orientation 90 degrees from this, but this lets you biscuit everything together, which Toby cleverly did with 2 of those coveted terminuses.
I'm greedy. What can I say?
Yes, the beds are in a couple of the walkthrough videos. They're in like the medium interior and such, and I think they're in the large bundle as well. However, they do stack. If we can grab some of the beds, just do a little demo for the beds. That is the whole thing. Is they do stack like space bunks. Is the main thing, and they also work
Space
standing
bunks.
up. When you stand them up tall, they can also work as like a shower or some other kind of strange device. If you flip them upside down, they can be storage containers, that sort of thing.
Look at
So
that.
yeah,
Miles
so-
made space bunks.
Yeah, so
I
they
don't
can
know
be
if you
stacked
have
like
the
that.
I
the
have the new
360
one.
version anywhere, but
It's hidden right here.
is that
We
what
just
it's
showed
doing?
it like 20
Oh.
minutes ago. No, we were.
Okay.
Mary, I showed a sketch of it
Yeah.
off in the dev store a while ago, but
8 dome pieces can make a self-supported sphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need
need-
something to hold
yeah.
it together.
Yeah.
Determine this is.
Yeah, you're generally speaking going to want
couldn't
to
you get it with the peg holes
give them some extra
Oh
support.
yeah,
as
yeah. I
well.
guess you could peg it all together from every.
from each
What's
side,
gonna
right?
hold it laterally?
Yeah.
This, like the holding the floors together, the two halves.
Well, because isn't this side of biscuits?
no, on the floor there's no.
Yeah, but there's no lateral.
yeah, there's no connection points. On
Oh, okay. So yeah, you could throw
Do this the
a pipe
terminus.
terminus or this thing or
How much time before the campaign ends? A little over an hour. Hour and 10 minutes. And
And
we're
what
at
are we at?
9:39. We're about to cross
9?
9:40.
So we need we need what, $1,000 an hour? I mean a minute.
$1,000 an hour. Somewhere around there. Yeah, that's basically it. A little less than that actually. $1,000
$1,000 a minute.
$1,000 a minute would be nice. But yeah, a little bit less than that would actually still get us to $1 million. It'd be great to hit $1 million. That was, let's see. I see 1 hour. Yes. I'm going to try to have the count up whenever possible. How does it look when you put a whole built section on its side against a flat built room? A gravity room.
Oh wow. I don't know. We'll finish this cube. And
I'm wondering if they will hinge correctly. I guess if you have like flat floors and then you stand them up on those floors, it'll sell the transition fairly well.
I don't know what's gonna hold this in.
Can I have my pledge in the pledge manager? Yes. In the pledge manager, you'll be able to add to your pledge or take the money you've already spent and put it towards different sets instead if you would like. The only thing you can't do is take money out. Although even with that, like we could
So
do
you
like
could
a
do
manual refund.
the same trick as the domes on the inside between an
the
upside down accessory wall on the.
Oh,
if
just
you
to
want
do
to
it as
hide
a
them.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Can we see some
as
light
a
panel
seam
and
board.
catwalk compatibility? I don't know if we have a light panel ready in here.
Yeah, we can put that in the cube.
Oh wait, the light panel, not light
Also,
panel. Right,
also
yeah.
we can kick any of these to. Are you ready for the forge?
Yeah.
Remove
Simple,
the-
little, simple. I think
Oh,
it's,
this is
I think it's
delightful.
good. All right, I'm gonna move the beds out of the presentation space.
The stage, the main stage.
Yeah.
Space Wizard on the main stage.
All right.
Hold on. Camera is not on the main stage. Something like that. There.
There we go.
This is the
my-
Borg cube.
Weird. Space Forge.
Alright.
It's fun being able to attach the piping to the side of this trapdoor wall, elevating it with the barricades, and I threw a little lava texture patch in there. So I'm thinking maybe like lava comes out of this pipe, and then you have this. You're controlling this hand for like a lot of the smithing and stuff from the computer here. So yeah.
So space forging is nothing's done by hand. It's just you tell the computer to do it.
You know, I'm
It's
figuring
like a CNC forge.
if you need a space forge specifically, you're working with materials that need to be a lot hotter than
right.
traditional metals.
Yep.
So
Super space alloys.
yeah.
Yeah. This is safety. I like how OSHA would approve of this design. It's good.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing to throw together.
Just wondering, any chance we can see the 6x12 terrain trays with a space theme on one side? I think the Starfield,
They don't exist.
yeah, the Starfield is really just meant to be on a 12x12. I think because we were like, when are you going to need 6x12 space?
We
I
have
guess.
we were just on the call with Tim this morning talking about the
Bless you.
the tech floor. So that design we'll be able to show something by the pledge manager.
Awesome. Masticon,
Hey!
and also everybody else in chat. You were asking about potential fantasy alt paint schemes for the domes. Hamster actually did some alt paint stuff for the domes. If you want to show that stuff off a little bit, he just brought them in a little tray.
Yeah, we got the cube.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
say hi to Hamster,
everybody. Yeah,
Hold on. I gotta move the.
Okay.
Yeah, I parked a building in front of your
But I mean, what's the perfect thing to go on top of a building?
Oh yeah. You know what I meant? I made a pedestal, a plinth.
Right,
For
exactly.
your fancy domes is what I meant to say. Yeah.
So there was a stained glass sort of request just
Oh,
because.
gosh.
Oh no!
Oh,
Isn't
that's
it
the
beautiful?
power.
Look at this colorful stained glass.
It's very rainbow like a direct straight rainbow. It should be, there you go. Turns out kicking out the power cord has effects.
Yeah, look at all the
Yeah.
colors, exactly. So this is cast in the transparent blue, so what I would suggest is doing colors like related to blue, right? So it's mostly darker blues, purple, and green, like a tealy green here that I think looks really nice. If you try to do warm colors, it's going to get kind of muddy fast, but I think you can get away with a cool stained glass effect in this range here.
What's it look like from the inside? Ooh,
Yeah. This actually isn't painted at all on the inside, so with the transparent material, you might be able to get away with just doing
one
one
side.
side. Yeah. I talked about this on the last stream, so I did this quickly with an airbrush. It's just glazing. If you're using a brush, what I think I would do over the transparent material is hit it with a brush on matte varnish first, just to get your paint to stick a little bit better. Do it in thin layers because we've all used contrast paints and stuff, right, where it pools
Yeah.
in a funny way. So use thin layers. Do maybe like 2 or 3 with your brush. Let it dry in between. But yeah, this is just maybe 2 layers at the most
You
with
know
the
what
airbrush.
the neat little trick I just learned for contrast paints? I'm trying to tell the painter a trick they already know.
No,
If you take a wet brush and paint the area with water first,
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then put it on, it just glides like
Yeah.
It's like, huh.
Yeah, that's really effective. It just gets it flowing nicely.
Yeah, just like it's a clean. I don't know.
Especially with like a thicker contrast paint where it wants to kind of stick a little bit. Yeah, that's why it gets that like some nice smooth layer. Someone also was talking about putting a dome on top of stone buildings. And I realized on my way in, just paint the bottom base gray, the gray that's in the stone. But I did freehand like the brown stones with just like some round
stones,
some round shapes. It's not in the sculpt, so it doesn't really make sense if you look
Hey,
closely.
you know what? I'm
but
gonna get you. Hang on, let's get a piece.
you
of
could get
stone.
away with just
Yeah.
doing a warmer gray instead of the bluish gray that to match the stone walls. So nice simple solution for that. If you're going fantasy, I mean, this is if you're already painting it, you can paint this any metallic, a bronze or a gold. Speaking of which, we also had a request for like a dwarven barrier, and as if it could almost be like metal and stone. So if this is like chiseled out stone, I think the insides to sell it kind of have to be the metal part because they're panel like. But yeah, so this could be like a dwarven, like barrier. But yeah, here we got the stone. So yeah, I didn't get it quite as bright here. You would just do an extra little dry brush of caverns. It looks like would match it to that, but.
And this would help. sell
Yeah.
it.
But I'm glad that these, like the suggestion of the dwarf thing, where they're like, could it be stone and dwarven and stuff? I was like, man, is it gonna work? Just like looking at the sculpt. But you know what? You come up with creative ideas, and I have to
Yeah.
figure it out, and it's a lot of fun to find the solution. So
I can't wait to see what people are gonna do
Yeah.
when they get these things. That's really neat.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Thanks for whipping those up, Amster.
yeah. Oh, and also I was saying if you're painting the stained glass by brush, you could probably also finish it with a gloss to get that like really that stained glass effect. And I did the panel in like a glossy black here, which kind of sells it too. So
It's cool.
it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Casper Kenobi. Chuck is here. Woo!
Look at this freaking build. I just walked in. I didn't know this was all happening.
Well, we're actually dismantling it as we
Oh.
speak. Yeah.
Can we see the dwarven barrier next to the dwarven reliquaries?
Oi.
Do we have one?
Yeah.
If you run into Nate's room, yeah.
Okay.
That was this was the cube. To some degree. Not perfect, and obviously you'd want it to be a lot bigger if you were doing a real Borg thing, but you could definitely do something. And there's a couple of things. There's floors turned sideways, so this is
like the lower. This area is a floor biscuited to 2 walls turned sideways, so you can get around there. And then this is accessory walls. I didn't actually connect them, but you could connect them with biscuits on the inside using like pipelines to hold them up because the I can show you. Right, so when 2 of these are lined up like this, you could use like a double pipeline like this. Stick them in there, and just biscuit everything together. And obviously you could put more. You could put all sorts of cool stuff in the outside, pipes and nonsense. Oh yeah, we got some here. I'll get your. No, you get the main stage prepared for you. Here we go. All right.
Where are the good
Where the good what?
terminuses
Oh, I don't know.
with the squares?
So this is a couple different golds. They're not exact, but it still looks pretty good. They're both kind of yellowy
Yeah.
golds.
And the hey, my kids are watching.
Hey,
I don't know. They might be. I don't know. Hey, Grayson Hawken, you guys watching? Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think
So-
anyone heard that. I'm
Is
not
that for
mic'd
school?
anyway,
Oh yeah.
That was a good idea. I didn't quite think to match exactly the reliquary, so they're slightly different. But it's your warmer gray. Finish it with like a Caverns dry brush, and then that kind of yellowy fantasy gold. We'll get you there.
Speaking of which, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, hey, I got the first giveaway word. Let's get this first giveaway going. First giveaway word is going to be gullible.
Gullible. What's
Yeah.
that coming from?
Well, people have been given like false giveaway words in chat, so I thought it'd be funny. Yes, if you want a chance to win a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card, type gullible in chat. GULLIBLE. We'll roll out in a couple minutes.
Yeah, someone
Man,
have to. Sorry. Go ahead.
I remember as a kid, I didn't know the word gullible, and my friend told me that it means, I forgot what it was, something to do with seagulls, and I believed it.
Did you fall for the trick where they said, gullible's not in the dictionary?
It's not?
Bing!
Yeah,
My favorite was always like, it's in the dictionary, but it's got like your face next to it.
figure A.
Yeah.
But there's no pictures in the dictionary, then I would have read it.
That's Pictionary, totally different thing. Then I would have read it.
We're at 9:48. We are
Okay, so I did
getting
my
intensely
build.
close.
Holy moly.
Look at that.
All right, so we got a modular. Oh, look at the sail. Okay,
Yeah.
we get it. We need to sail on into some. Let's. We're gonna have to icebreaker through.
I can just put it on
Yes.
top of the build.
Before
over
that
there.
happens, these are lead.
Do you want me to just put it over here? That works. It's perfectly in.
Holy
But raise
moly.
the camera up a little bit, or down a little bit.
Surprise! This campaign was modular boats the entire time.
Yep, you see?
This is the big
Wondering
reveal.
camera unit for it.
Look at the best.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a little
Oh, my
sensor
God.
arm as a masthead.
The ramp.
Yep, ramp is like the thing to get on. And
All right, wait. It has 2 forms of power.
yes.
So it's got the sail. How many barricades? We got 8 barricades there.
8 barricades on there, and then you have, what is it?
So it's got jet engines too, just in
16.
case the.
It's 20 barricades altogether.
Please snap a photo for the gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can actually, I guess, just move that.
Whose
to the light
whose
box.
wonderfully dumb idea was this? It's brilliant.
I don't remember,
It was
but
such a good-
Letitia's asking us to get a photo for the gallery.
So what I did here was
Oh my
I
god.
used pipe terminuses to be able to turn the direction of the of the pipes a lot. So from over here, like the biscuits are, not vertical, but
Yeah, you
this
think they are
direction?
going vertical. Well, these ones are vertical to go, so that could go.
yeah, but this
vertical.
needs to rotate. So I use another pipe terminus sideways.
Wow.
And then on top of here,
Oh, it's a pylon
pylon to
into it. Wow.
because it has a square hole.
And then this is here for extra support. It's not actually
Yeah,
biscuiting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then from that,
The mast.
biscuits coming out. I mean, catwalk coming out this way, and then put the barricades on, and then peg them together.
That is ridiculous. Then it's got jet engines in the
Yep.
back for good measure.
Yep.
Oh, here's a question. Oh, so you steer it from that front computer console.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's there's so much you can do with this set.
I mean, you could make a big, like, this is like a small, you could make a bigger version with a raised poop deck and like get the cannons up there, the big, like, wow. Okay, so we know we have a mission for the pledge manager is flying space galleon.
Yep.
Yeah. This was the request that came in at some point during the campaign too. Someone said do like some sort of
With like solar sails,
Crazy.
using the
Yeah.
barricades for sails.
Yeah.
Is that a spelljammer? It's a little more high tech than a spelljammer.
could be.
Does it
Do you
float
want
though?
to? Do you want to put it in the light box and grab pictures of
I'll
it right
do
now?
that. Yeah.
And hey, Letitia, that's unbelievable. Like, wow, that's ridiculous. I wish we had a way to get this up at an angle. We don't have a good, not a. Oh, the ramp.
You
An
can't.
inverted ramp, but it wouldn't hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's amazing.
Needs a 360 turntable gift. Yeah, we'll have to hold on to it to.
Hey, grab a
I'm gonna
photo
need
of
to
that.
fix this one.
Yeah, we'll have to
because
hold. We'll have to hold on to it to get like photos after for sure.
We do it now. Get it ready. What other requests we got?
Yeah. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We are here to answer them as we go into the
Need more space.
final hour of the
pirates.
campaign. We got
Hey,
50,
Mana's
55
here.
minutes left. That's why battle boards are awesome.
Yeah.
Moving that on a terrain tray would be terrible.
Battle boards are the go-to for building stuff that you need to fly around in here. Like they're delightful. Do we have build requests? Do we have questions? Do we have speed paint challenges for Hamster?
Does the challenge coin fit on the round door yet? We don't have a coin yet.
Hamster, can you speed paint up a Middle Earth army? What are all those guys you got? Are those orcs? Are they
Don't tempt me.
okay?
Yeah, there are a bunch of Mordor orcs. And I do intend to speed paint them because I bought way too many, more than I would ever need. But in the
That's
game,
the first time ever.
first time ever that's ever
First time
happened.
ever. It was a weird.
Not to
fluke.
mention I've owned the models for like 4 years, and I'm just now getting into the game. But yeah, when you buy war gear with points, you need all the options, and they're all model pose and stuff. So I don't know. I have like 70 orcs.
Wow.
But they're smaller, they go a little quicker. So over my post campaign here, I want to paint those up because I started playing with Army of the Dead. If you've seen the movies, and then Pelennor Fields, they go in the cave and get the souls of the dead, and they hijack the ships and then enter the sneak on the battlefield. I've been playing those guys on the good side, so I needed an evil army.
Well, those guys are really cool looking. Your glowy neon.
Oh
green,
yeah, that was
like-
another fun speed paint. It's just white primer and fluorescent inks, and there you go.
And it's just like all airbrush fun, right? You're just sort
Literally all airbrush. I was just like, no realistic like shading and highlighting. It's just like that needs a little gradient. That needs a little zhuzh. So yeah, those are fun.
Masaki Yuma is saying Middle Earth is low key Games Workshop's best game.
You know what? I am feeling that. I really like the rules. There's just a lot of cool units, and it seems like fairly balanced from what I've heard from competitive players and stuff. So, I've been learning Warhammer. A lot of us have here over the past year, and I like them both existing together. You know
Different
what I mean?
notes,
Different
songs,
notes.
yeah.
Like it really hits a different note, and I really loved it. I just had my first demo at the local game store, so I had a great time. But I can't quite give up my Age of Sigmar. But this month I'm doing the Middle Earth League and the Age of Sigmar tournament. So a lot of game in
So
this
you got to
one.
wish Hamster good luck. April
Yeah,
13th.
yeah.
Going and this is you're hoping to pick up some wins.
I hope
right?
so. I'm learning the game with Cruel Boys, so it's been tough, but I'm starting to bolt boys people. So
Not
Yeah.
me.
18 bolt boys.
Yeah.
What is a challenge coin and why is it the gift? Challenge coin is a kind of large, like heavy, generally like commemorative kind of coin. We made it the gift because it was something that we could do for free pretty easily. And it's like a fun little collectible for
It's
people
neat.
who
we thought it was a nice. Once again, he's talking about notes. A different note to hit, right? We've done tote bags in the past. We thought it would be more interesting to try a coin and see if people. It felt more Dwarven 4G, right? Like
Yeah.
getting a cool physical
they
thing.
get used in war games as like objective markers and stuff sometimes. And
I'm definitely going to
flip.
use it as a token of some time in war games.
we do not have any to show yet. unfortunately.
No, it doesn't physically exist yet, but it will. Don't you worry. So will the tech floor terrain tray. So will the 6x12 terrain tray. We'll get stuff out. We've always delivered.
What's the exchange rate on those coins?
It's one solar orbit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
which is an orbit is supposed to be what it costs to get enough fuel to make like one orbit around the system or something.
Which
Wait, that's
is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
yeah, that seems like a lot of money, and also
One single
might not.
coin.
I'm also not sure that the science will hold up.
I
Like I'm not sure that you can really say like, oh yeah, this is the amount of fuel it takes to make an orbit around the system. Orbiting where? First
Yeah.
of
It
all, like
it was
how
a-
far out?
And it depends on the vehicle. Like,
You know
what's
what?
Also, if you're orbiting, you probably don't need to be using fuel.
yeah, you just need a little push,
It-
and then like,
well, that's why it's an orbit. It's just enough to keep
Okay.
you in the just a little.
so it's not a lot of fuel. Actually.
yeah, it's a little bit.
You just need
it's
little
actually-
bursts.
It's actually nothing.
Janet put a lot of thought into this. We just didn't realize it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe it's the amount of money you can make in the time of one orbit. If you set your what was the thing that if you set your computer to mine bits or something? There was some
You're
nonsense.
talking about crypto?
Right, yeah, there was like some scam, right? It was that it's like how much stuff can your computer mine in one orbit? That's the amount of an
okay.
orbit. Rather that blew up at this
So
point.
canonically, our first step into sci-fi,
It's
we're building crypto.
crypto.
lore?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. that
But
makes sense.
but it's not crypto anymore. It's actually
orbit.
physical currency.
Orbido.
And the coin. So your
Yeah.
your computer like jackpots out physical coins apparently.
It's a replica.
And this
You're just replicating. Everybody's
Yeah.
replicating coins as fast as they can. Yeah,
yeah.
it's perfect. The SETI coin.
Oh, man.
Do you remember that thing that you could set your computer to help
Yeah,
process data from the?
yeah,
Yeah.
That was a cool idea. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was real.
I don't know. We had at Crew Cuts or Post House, we had like 30 computers that would every time they were idling are just like
The SETI
sending
project.
signals to
Yeah,
aliens.
they're talking about SETI.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so the point is the challenge coin we think is going to be the right dimensions to fit in the door. At least the challenge coin that we have
Oh.
from the Lancer campaign fit.
Speaking of the door,
Mhm.
Eli tweaked it ever so slightly so that it can get the crease secretions and whatnot. Like just will fit in there, the portcullis
nice.
and yeah.
I remember people were asking about.
Yeah, well, that was another request, another backer request.
Yes. So that way they'll be able to take all the old
Yeah, you can
slot door
swap your
inserts.
stuff, pop it in there. It's gonna be great.
Totally going to hit 1 million? I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, we're close.
1 million would be phenomenal.
You know, it's been really interesting. The trajectory of this campaign, not at all what we're used to from Kickstarter, where it's like the first 24 hours is half your haul or 45% of your haul. The last 48 hours is 45% of your haul. In the middle gets you 5 to 10%. And that's it.
Right.
This has been the little engine that could. Chugga, chugga,
Yeah,
chugga,
yeah.
chugga, 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 chugga.
There's nothing like KickTrack for GameFound that we're aware of, Masticon.
No.
Uh,
Why don't
there
you,
might be something
make
out there that we just don't know about, but
We've got to have one of our viewers here
Yeah.
that's like tech savvy that could.
no,
Can you make that?
yeah, this whole thing has
Forge
been.
track? Just tracks Dwarven Forge project. Something like
Is
that.
that because it's GameFound or is that unique to this campaign? I don't think we experienced this quite the same with Wildlands Reforged. Although with Wildlands Reforged, we had a stronger middle of the campaign than we expected.
Yep.
Like every day was stronger than we expected, especially for it not being new product. I don't know. Wow, this is a fun symmetry that we've got on the campaign right now. It's 949494.
Whoa.
Somebody did that on purpose.
Nice.
Somebody's sitting there looking
Those
for
silo buildings.
somebody's sitting there looking for cool things to do
Oh
with the
my
amount.
God.
Oh boy, the ship is back. I don't know. Hey Letitia, where do you want those pictures?
I guess just send them to Letitia and she'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this
works,
is a
yeah.
good solution.
Yeah.
Someone asked for a silo type building. You want to build something that feels like a silo?
Yeah. There. Done.
Yeah.
Seeing the sales,
Yeah,
I guess
okay,
it's
I'll do
possible.
that.
For Silo, are you wanting like a windmill on the front, like with barricades, or you just mean like just a tall? You can definitely do a tall, thin structure. I think.
A silo fill building, some bigger
Seem-
solar pieces. Where am I?
Do you think you can have a $3 million campaign on GamePad? Oh, absolutely. ISS Vanguard
yeah.
did like what, 12 million, something like that.
14.
Something like that.
Oh no,
yeah. Like it's,
I'm thinking Nemesis is at 14. Yeah, ISIS was 12. Nemesis is at 14. Yeah, it's totally Dungeons and Lasers did 2 mil the other week. Like,
Yes.
totally possible.
Yeah, you can absolutely have a larger. And honestly, like we've got a decent amount of new people like through this campaign, like a decent amount of.
Honestly, everybody's going to either Backer Kit or GameFound. Like you see, like it just there's this sort of mass shift in the crowdfunding space.
Kickstarter's functions are so outdated.
What functions?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah, Silo. You want to build a?
I'm just gonna post the pictures.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
chat
so
and also
yeah.
on the side.
Get Kobe a thing to make. What else do?
We should roll that giveaway real quick.
Oh yeah.
Nope, wrong thing. Okay, just gonna roll this real quick. Strider 169. Congratulations.
Oh, Ryan asked for the word.
Oh God, I'm
It's
sorry.
just like an Arthur situation.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
It's it's like there's the good news is there's another giveaway.
There is another giveaway. We're doing
we
we're
hit
doing
$3
two.
million. We can do another giveaway. Just kidding. There's another giveaway no matter what. Yeah. Woo! It's 6:15.
Perfect. All right, do that. Strider, I've whispered you to sort out kind of where to send the gift card,
Strider.
and we're all good.
It's been a really Lord of the Rings.
Buy more guns
day.
with the gift card. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, are people excited about that the turret pack? The thing is awesome.
It seems like
get
it.
All those
Seems like
plasma
people are
turrets
excited
you
about the
need.
turret pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The trajectory of the campaign's been interesting. We've gotten a lot of. I mean, there's some people who've been very active in this campaign.
Yes.
People, Bender at Large, Wennington, stuff like that. Where Wennington,
When
popped
new,
in.
right?
Wennington popped in for Wild Ends Reforged. Didn't end up backing, but was like following us from then basically. And then we were doing sci-fi, and he was like, "All right, this is like
my
what
jam."
I play," and he's gone in on it. There's been a number of people like that have joined. Some of them I think found us because we were on GameFound. Some of it we've been trying to market more than we generally have, and we've seen like a larger percentage of our backers being brand new people than we're used to. Can you build
That's
the
exciting.
Enterprise or the interior of a Star Destroyer bridge?
The Enterprise.
That'd take a while. I don't know if we could. I don't know if we could do
in
that.
like a 12 by 12.
I don't think we could do that in the next 45 minutes. You saw it on Facebook of all places. So one of the Facebook ads got it, or was it somebody posting about it?
Mech Western.
Yeah, because Mech Western, you're also new.
That's
and
a
I'm
great
assuming
name.
I'm assuming you're a big sci-fi person. Going off of the mechs. Do you play Lancer or BattleTech?
No.
I
Did
play
you ever
Lancer.
get any of the Did you end up getting the Hex Tech pieces or no?
I didn't end up buying
No.
any of the Hex Tech, mostly because I didn't know how I would get it home.
Home. There was no space.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
didn't have space, and they're like big, chunky, heavy pieces.
You guys can't
They
see-
did look very cool though. I would love to. I do want to order some and get them at the office so we can use it for BattleTech.
The
Right,
horde.
950.
The horde was growing. The you and Hamster pile of
Fresh to the
boxes was,
games,
like,
bigger into the
awesome.
statues and stuff. Oh, are you a Gunpla person? Escalated quickly there for 1K. Yeah, we're at 951. That's generally how it goes, right? Just
Yeah.
wait until we get our Starforged out in the public. That's the main thing. So with this campaign, like we're kind of, in a way, starting over again, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a whole new
It's a whole
target.
new
audience.
genre. We know that we're gonna have to hit new people. We're targeting entirely different games. This has compatibility with fantasy. We're trying to show the compatibility with fantasy and show the people who have been with us who are only playing D&D or only playing fantasy games that there's still stuff they can grab here that will be useful. But we knew going into it that a huge part of this was going to be having to build a new audience and having to build a new market, basically, because there's not really anything like this out there. A lot of sci-fi terrain is generally single piece pieces. A lot of it is large drop down chunky scatter. The idea of a system that would be interiors and exteriors I don't think has been done before.
No, it's a little bonkers.
It's nuts. But I don't know. We knew this is a long-term commitment, and I think once we have the stuff out there and you see it getting used in shows and stuff like that, I think once a lot of people see it, they're like and can get around it and get their hands on it in person. I think it's going to do well.
When Matt Mercer does something with it, it'll help.
He's brought in so much sci-fi stuff into Critical Role by this point.
Yeah.
Like It's a shame we haven't had it already.
Yep.
49K to go. What are you promising, Nate? What'll we do if we hit 1 million? That we haven't been told we can't do.
Yeah, you know, the list is really small.
The list is very
We,
small.
I don't know.
What happened with those
we
iris
have
door
to
panel plans? I think that's like
figure
a
it out.
future. Would
Yeah.
that be a thing?
There's, you know what? There's a really long list of pieces that we want to do, in a sequel, right? With one of the highest being battle damage bits, more domes.
We could do an entire campaign
you
that
want-
is this many pieces or more that are just ruined pieces. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So there's just battle damage stuff is like a whole thing in itself. There's a whole Toby Tube system that is halfway developed that he's got to go somewhere. Where there's a whole expansion to the dome system that Toby's already made a bunch of headway on. There's Eli already has a neat LED showpiece thing that's ready to go. Bunch of ideas for expanding the pipeline catwalk system. This is not even touching on alien planets, other styles of ships, there's easily another 100 pieces without even blinking that could be you dive into. So I don't know. We'll see where all that goes. But in terms of 1 mil, I don't know. We don't have any crazy.
One thing we have potentially talked about is, a big part of this is we're trying to introduce you guys to a lot of new games. We're putting this Starfinder module out.
This is
So one thing we talked about is there's a lot of games that we want to do demos on, and potentially we could create create little scenarios and encounters for some of the skirmish games we play or something. Potentially put out
little
some,
battle plan, little scenario, little whatever for stuff that we play. So the hope was we would get some live play in for the Pledge Manager, right? We didn't really we got the one everybody gets killed.
Yeah, we got 5 parsecs where just everything went terribly.
Right, but there was not. We didn't get the Nemesis game in. We didn't get a Starfinder game in. We didn't get any Warhammer, be it Kill Team or Necromunda, full on 40K. We didn't get any Stargrave. We didn't get any of the bits that we were hoping to do. So the hope is we can do some of that for the Pledge Manager, and then we can give you whatever kind of scenario, encounter, battle plan, whatever we do, we could give you that. Be neat. Maybe we take a. Do we give a poll of what do people want us to play for the Pledge Manager? Is that a good
That'd
idea?
be fun. Well,
we would curate the list. It wouldn't be open.
I think the tough thing, we already have a lot of plans for it, and I think what we're really hoping to do is do some kind of pre-recorded, edited stuff just to make it like better content.
Yeah, but
And
ask
still do,
them what
some
they
live
like.
games, too.
Hey, here's 10 games.
I don't think taking the time to do that would then leave us enough time to turn it around. Is the main thing. We already know like a lot of games that we want to do, and a lot of those come from listening to like requests. Yeah, Stargrave's one of them. Yeah.
Did you take the dome top? Where'd it go?
Yeah.
So you can have it. Yeah, use it. Use it.
No more live streams or live plays after campaign end. No, we're
I
definitely
don't know,
planning
it's
to do
just
some.
Building it square because I had pieces.
We won't be streaming every day during the Pledge Manager.
No.
That would be
We
unreasonable
lose
for
our
us.
minds because it's gonna go for 6 weeks or so.
Yeah. Space Station Zero, I do want to look into. I've heard it come up a couple times. Is Space Hulk on that list? I think.
It's on the long
Hamster.
list.
Do we have Space Hulk in the office?
No.
No.
We don't. We'd have to get Space Hulk. It's Blood Bowl that you got. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nice.
Space Hulk. We'd have to get Space Hulk. We'd have to paint Space Hulk. I guess we could just use. Well, would we have to get different models than the ones that we've got?
Honestly, we could budget because we have Tyranids and
Yeah.
Terminators, but we don't have the Gene Stealers, so you'd have to suspend your disbelief. I don't know if they can hear me.
We could also we could potentially,
Weird.
yeah, it's true. We could just use the 40K models we already have painted.
What I'm hearing is that Hamster needs to paint a bunch of Gene Stealers.
Sure,
Yeah. Oh.
Can we please get more Candyland compatibility? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we're
Did
gonna
anybody
do
see
the
that?
full. We're gonna do the full video.
Oh, this is fun.
I'd like to see Lancer or Starfinder. Well,
Yeah, what games do people want to see?
they said an RPG, so Lancer or Starfinder. I would love to do both, honestly, because we've got a Lancer game. We've been running a Lancer game for like a year and a half, and so I'd love to do that just because we're very familiar with the system. And then Starfinder is like the sci-fi RPG.
And I mean, these pieces are
Like
like
second edition is
tailor-made
coming
for me.
out.
Woo!
Like, yeah. Stargrave, please. Stargrave is also very easy to do, and we love Mikolo's stuff. We did Rangers of Shadow Deep a couple of years ago, so it'd be nice to do Stargrave because
Yeah.
I've read through the book and I love the setup for it. It's really nice, and it would be a thing that would be easy to just kind of write out and design a scenario for that takes special advantage of our pieces as well. Make special rules with our pieces. Do something with the turret. We actually had a concept for it, so we could just set it up and do that.
Yeah. Was a medium bundle?
The Cantina build
Or
never
small
made the
bundle.
list, or not. The Stargrave build that was just done with a small exterior bundle.
That was great.
The setup that we had in the war game video with Hamster for Stargrave, we did have like a scenario planned out for it. We just didn't have the time to do the gameplay on it, so we could just like pick it up and do it.
So check this out. It was a fun. I hadn't thought about this before. So took the can you punch in on this so took the accessory wall, put a pipeline across it, so just sit like that, nestle it up against the back of the dome there, and then this is the special barricade hamster paint. Let me use a regular color so we see what the regular. I lost it. Oh, you know where all the barricades are, Chris?
Nope.
Giant flying spaceship galleon.
That's fair. We could probably
yeah.
just pull one off.
I got one
of
here.
the-
Found it on the floor.
Okay.
But then let's say support a
You found it on the floor.
on the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can nestle in a barricade. A little roof there. I put the little put a pipe. I hadn't thought about putting a pipe there, so it's a nice place for it to rest. You could put two if you wanted to really give it a better touch. But then it also can become like a cool trapdoor or opens up. Yeah.
Yes, Ryan. There are pictures of the ship posted.
Wow, that was
Posted
fast.
on the Discord.
Oh, really?
Hey, we got a mace here.
Can you put a gun there?
Go
Probably. You can probably put a gun there.
Put where? Here?
Yeah.
Come on in. Come party.
Are we fun playing?
Does anybody have anything they want Mace to do?
Go back.
Besides work.
Any fun
Fine
bits?
Is this for you?
I think so. I was going to do a silo thing,
Oh, that's fun.
but you can use it for a little bit.
No.
You gonna get a
it's
little
okay.
crazy?
I don't know what I'm gonna get. I
You
like
don't know what you're gonna get?
no, I like this. Like little. It's not the dome. What is this?
The cockpit.
Cockpit. That's
Yeah.
right. Do we have more?
Yeah. What should
There's
Mace?
one
We got
here.
any requests for a giant pipe
There's
organ?
one.
A
Ooh.
giant pipe organ would be interesting.
Like an organ?
Like
Like the state.
Yeah, I can build the state of Oregon.
The
Out
state
of
of
pipes.
Oregon.
Can the barricade be used as an alternate floor? I think the sizing is slightly different.
It's off by half an inch.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could put it in line. We'll do that in a sec. I was gonna do try and put a gun on this.
No audio. No, it says we have audio going through.
Who's
There's, like,
did we lose audio?
No, it says we've got it. I'll see if anybody else says we've lost audio. Yeah, okay, yeah. It seems like a localized thing. Oregon has all the biomes. It's true.
So this would be better with a half-inch pair of half-inch extensions. We don't have it here to get it up, But you can totally put a use that as a gun battery.
We'd love to see the cult roofs on the Starforged terrain.
Ooh,
That'd be interesting.
cult roof.
Just make like a little 4x4
Yeah.
hut.
Do you want to put roofs on the thing, or do you want me to?
Yeah, where? You
Yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah. I'll
Where
get
are
'em.
they?
I didn't either. I will go get 'em.
Is that the green guys?
Yeah. I was gonna just put these in real quick. You could do. Toby, how would you do half How would you do these as floors? We're off by half an inch.
Any chance of a diagonal wall cache? I don't think so. And the thatched roof would be funny.
Ha! All right, we'll get the roof. All right, get the roof.
I think we can get it.
What's that? Yeah, I don't think a diagonal wall
Is this what he
cache
wants?
is gonna happen.
Yeah, but the problem is we're short half an inch because these are 1.5.
Because I think it would basically just end up being
Oh, I
That's what it
see.
two walls, and that's basically it.
I can't fix
Um,
anything.
I mean, I don't
These
know
are
the exact numbers.
Problems that don't have a solution yet. So
You know, I can run it by Tyler, but I'm pretty sure I know his pretty sure I know he's gonna say no.
What are we at right now? I'm sorry to ask, but
Nobody cares, but we all do.
yeah. How do we unlock
9:59. We have 30 minutes left and 40,000 to go.
9:59? That's pretty good.
9:59. That's pretty sick considering where we were a week ago.
What have we promised so?
Nothing.
How many giveaways?
We've done one giveaway so far.
Oh, next giveaway. No. Okay. Sorry.
We just did the first one.
Really, it's an hour in.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we have two, so we're gonna do the second
Well, I'm
one.
aware there's two.
just wanted to do more.
I love giveaways. It's not on you.
I mean, we can
I
do
really
it.
love giveaways.
Do you want to just do it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's a word?
Ba 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 bum.
Baba Booey?
Go.
Go.
I heard
we
Baba
already
Booey.
did go.
No, that's already on the ceiling. They're gonna get the hint.
Okay. What's the word?
Final. Finale.
Finale. So final with an E on the end.
Yeah, final, but
Final
like
E.
plus E.
Finally.
Okay. If you want a chance to
Italy
win,
shards.
Yeah.
all right, another chance to win a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card. Just type in finale in the chat, and then we'll roll that baby in a few minutes.
Woo!
Hey, we crossed 960.
Oh yeah.
That's a number.
30 minutes. 30 minutes to get $40,000 to cross a million.
Can we
Can we do it?
do it? Is there any crazy?
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Uh.
All right, that's a little. Trying to make a little space hut here. A little more light. Why you would put this roof on there? I don't know, but you could.
Diagonal. Oh.
You diagonal.
It's kind of cute. You
I
can
got
do
it.
it.
I found it.
I guess that would put.
Don't leave
sky-
last minute. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if we blow past a million,
We could.
yeah.
We should.
I mean, the further it goes, the easier it'll be to
Do something wild. and
potentially make
Pledge Manager.
some cool things happen.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's the I feel like it's all focused on Pledge Manager of like what do we do for there, like we don't have a lot of gas for the for here right now, but we can we get a little crazy in the Pledge Manager. I don't know what that is, but what do you need, Mace? You look like you're in need.
I don't know. I'm stooping. I'm
Stooping?
Like you know
Stewing?
what is it?
Marinating?
Stewing, marinating, stooping.
Stooping. Yeah.
I'm just matriculating. Not actually. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what would be a good like small build. I'm a bit thesaurused.
Do the ivy pack on that house.
Ooh,
Grab that ivy.
from where?
Okay, while I'm out there, are there any other requests for Lowtown pieces while I'm in the area?
Water wheel.
Cattails.
Put a water wheel on it.
Space hobbits.
It's okay.
Oh, water wheel on your boat. You can turn it into a paddle boat.
yeah.
No, we're gonna ask for one at a time. All right, that's fair. I guess it could be fun. Whatever
All the pieces.
facades or biscuit things we have
Hmm.
could be interesting to just put
I
them on
used the
there.
little gargoyle guys in that underground video. That was cute.
Well,
All
I don't
right.
need to. You know what I really want though is the these,
Dangle room.
and they exist right here.
A spa.
I don't.
Anything that plugs
what
into a
are
biscuit.
the walls that
Uh,
take them.
We're not doing any resin pieces. No, we're not really able to do
Can't
resin pieces anymore.
Do you
our,
have like high?
We're not really able to do resin pieces anymore. Our factory that did the resin is kind of kaput. Yeah. Yeah, not really able to do the big resin stuff anymore. Freestanding crystals, that could be interesting.
There we go. Without support, it's kind of hard to make it stand on its own.
Can we see wood walls with sci-fi floors? I don't know if that's really possible, just because of the. We would need to be able to put the corner. We need to be able to put the corner
there's
posts in.
no wall peg.
Yeah, we need to be able to put the corner posts in, and that's going to be the tough thing. We could put freestanding walls on top of sci-fi floors, I guess. I don't know how you can scan the chat for only the useful stuff. That's a lot of filtering. You just had to do it a lot. Put 4 water wheels under a bunker. 75,000 felt bottom restock.
Felt bottom.
975,000 felt bottom restock.
I'm taking that.
Oh, go ahead.
Restocking the felt for the
Okay.
resin.
Why don't you join the stream?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh. What are we doing over here?
We're just building. You want
Okay.
build.
Isn't there a resin casting company in France? Most of the UK
Well, not there.
companies use
That's
for
where
their
Nate's
minis.
building.
Oh,
Yeah, but what we do is very different than resin mini casting. It's a very different kind of production than doing like resin minis. Parquet floors with hamsters, dwarf barricade as a wall.
is that a thing?
Oh, oh, yeah, that's the thing.
Have you heard of biscuits?
Make it. I love biscuits. KFC. That's how they want it.
Yeah, with the little honey packet.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh no, I just do straight up mashed potatoes and that biscuit. I'm like,
Okay, I'm down
carb,
for that.
carb.
I'm down for that.
Gravy too.
What from Colt will be available in the store? Everything at first.
Yeah, I mean, Colt's just waiting to be released onto the web store. That's pretty much. I mean, everything's going to be released besides the stretch goals potentially.
I think even then, like, there's gonna be, like, I think there's gonna be like a little bit of overage of the
Some
treasure chest,
extras,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. But once we sell through that, like, that's not really supposed to be restocked after. Oh God.
Come here, Warvin. Oh, do you want to help us build? Yeah.
What is
well,
going on?
Maybe not. Don't touch pieces.
Don't
but, you know,
touch
just
pieces. How do you
imagine the better world you could build.
Mace, who do we have here? What's going on?
Well, this is for. I don't know what your name is actually, but you're
Woo goo goo goo.
a little woogie.
A little woogie.
Or is it? Oh!
Oh! It's a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
A hat on a hat's not supposed to be funny, and it's hilarious.
They're intern from space.
Space turn.
They're doing great. I just don't understand them most of the time, so it's kind of hard to. Fair. I mean, yeah, I know.
The
I know.
hands should have been the giveaway. Well, it was a clever disguise. So it's,
All right, so
Totally
do you want to
cool.
help us build?
are you familiar with these are pretty
No.
primitive prototypes compared to the things you're used to. The
You're
technology.
down a couple digits, but I think you could build pretty well with the 3 that you have.
What's your?
I know I'm trying.
This is your new alien overlord. You better. Hop
This has
to.
been the entire campaign.
Hey, Baba Boo Boo. What was the name? Beep Beep?
I don't know.
What's
how
your-
to say it.
It's a '90s song. What's your favorite? What's your favorite piece? Boop.
Oh, the gun.
Oh, the gun.
Of course, of course.
What the best way to vaporize humans? Yeah.
I can't blame you. Oh, as an
But if they
example.
vaporize, you can't eat. Do you eat humans?
I mean, can't blame you, but don't get any closer.
So what I'm hearing is that if we hit $1 million, this alien's getting a reality show.
Oh, they already have it. Wait, yeah, TMZ already reached out.
Oh.
This is their man on
What's
the
the-
street as of now. Oh,
Entity on the
careful.
street.
Careful light right there.
What? What? Do you have any plans as our new overlord? Do you have any plans for what is the future like? What do
We have a request from the audience.
More laser cannons.
Necessarily agree, but I think that's an interesting. Sorry.
Also,
I'm sorry.
aliens and charades.
I know. I'm so sorry. I mean, I agree. I agree fully.
The aliens
Correct.
took the laser cannon, just shot at everybody, and then you said that's a bad idea. I don't know.
Oh, Toby! He just
Toby
handed
is-
them all of the guns.
All the guns.
Oh,
I have a
It's a
request.
good thing it's not the most fragile piece in the whole thing.
play as you will on the soft.
The ultimate weapon. Toby, I think we need a super weapon for this this overlord.
Gotcha.
15 guns.
On it.
Good to see you.
I have a request from the audience.
Pew pew. is the name.
Alien, do the Dougie.
Do the Dougie.
Can you? Can you
Has
teach
that
me how to
reached
Dougie?
the? Woo! Whoa!
I mean,
That was- I thought that was an intentional catfall.
he was too.
Well,
Oh, no.
so what I'm hearing is alien dance video at $1 billion.
Oh, alien video for free. A little preview.
Oh my god.
Letitia actually touched up those photos that
Already?
that Toby took. Yeah, so I'm
Pump the
grabbing
brakes,
them real quick.
Letitia.
I'm downloading them so we can show them off. It'll take me just a little bit, but I will get those.
Will you send them to me also?
Yeah, I can do that.
Keep going.
They keep going.
Mhm.
Aww.
All right, let me just.
Baba bebop.
Well,
Amazing.
Currently making gun with lots of guns.
Oh, you're making Megatron? A gun made out of guns? Yeah. I guess Megatron's not made out of guns, but you know, he turned into guns. So this was taking the seawalls. I was literally looking for Lowtown pieces. Taking the seawalls under the this works real nice. You can make a little stone foundation for like your so it's, I realize I don't know, the facade isn't gonna hit. I guess if you let's see. If you I'm trying to figure out where the facade pegs would land. Our spacing is off for the facades to try and spacing. Although the ivy does look medium. Overgrown? No, too high. Oh, because this is wall height. It's not. Well,
the that big solar ship has been posted in the Discord.
wow. Hey, how would people find the Discord, Chris, if they were looking?
Well, I just put it in the chat, so that's the easiest way to find it currently. Yeah.
a little ivy on the side of a thing.
Let's see.
Alien wearing a gorilla mask. I was not prepared.
Offsetting the facades would need 3 sci-fi walls and using the biscuit holes. It is very Arkham Asylum. That's a really good point.
If we put a 1-inch, let me see. Hang on. Let's see. If we put a 1 by, did we use all the biscuits? And by we, I mean Toby's giant space galleon.
It's
yeah.
still here, so.
And let's see. If we put this, let's figure it out. Because I don't have the one with the actual engineer biscuit holes. I don't think. But let's see.
Oh, the pylon.
The facade.
trying to line up.
Oh.
So this should theoretically hit, right? Yeah. All right, so that would work if you put a 1 inch. If you put a 1 inch between two two regular walls, you would then the facade would sit like that. Womp womp womp.
Steal the gun for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, go nuts.
All right, I'm gonna roll this second giveaway real quick,
Woo! Give
and
it
that'll
away.
I'll be it on the giveaways. And I guess actually just to check for everybody that's here. Oh god, yeah, okay, they clipped Mace falling, so that's good. Yeah,
Aw.
finale. If you haven't done it, finale is the word. So I'll give it another like 15, 30
Here.
seconds for the people who missed it the first time.
So final
roll
with
it.
an E.
Final with an E. Final E.
Finally, a word that makes sense.
My gun.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. You get. Don't show the alien overlord. We're all
will.
done for. Ugh.
Here is my
Put
gun.
it down, yeah.
It's hard to stand it up. So turbine with a pipe coming out the back to have a handle. Using
The trigger is
the trigger is
Wait, flip it
sensor
upside down so we can see the trigger is the sensor.
arm.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
They can just
It's
hold it
got-
like
Oh, you can hold it. Wait, hold it. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Incredible. Incredible. All right, let's roll this giveaway.
Yay!
EJC Layson.
Congrats.
EJ Klassen. I don't know. I'm not.
You're just.
I don't know. I haven't seen this name
You're
before.
trying
I don't
to make
know.
it out of a series of letters, make sense out of it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's.
You see somebody's name for the first time, you just don't know what to do
Yeah.
sometimes. All right, I'm gonna whisper you real quick so we can get your email, and then we'll get that sorted out. We're gonna mass send all the gift cards at the end of the campaign.
the gun.
The gun. It's
Yeah.
not a gun name. It's just a gun.
Yeah.
These guns look
The
like
gun
engines. This is why the Dugganies
Wizard hat would probably fit. No, I don't know what you do. You could do some sort of wild low town
I think you said
like
wizard
space
hat.
shanty. That
I
was
love
like
that. Like,
wizard
Yeah.
hat on top of a cockpit going.
yeah, like conceptually,
wizard pit.
it's like, oh, ship crash landed.
Yeah.
They've been there for several years, and they've had built houses around their ship parts. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, like they still have some of their technology, but they can't make new ones, so they need to build with
Yeah, well,
the wood around.
That Ivy,
kind of like the shipwreck turns into the structure.
MechWestern, that Ivy is from Lowtown, the Kickstarter that we did last year. It should be getting into the store around 6 months from now, most likely, is what it's looking like. Yeah, it was like a wood and stone focused like kind of fantasy building campaign, but it also has a lot of things that can be like this ivy that can be thrown into all kinds of settings. It's just nature, you know.
Sign up for the mailing list if you're not on it, and you'll know all about it when it goes live.
All right, we have 13 minutes left. We just crossed 970. We need a
30.
little over 2,000 a minute.
Do
to
we
make
have
a million.
any? Do we have any? What can we give?
6 months is October. I thought we were thinking August. Well, August to start shipping. Then I mean, like to get in the store.
And we've got to get containers to Europe. We've got to get we have all this stuff. We want everything to get to everybody. So traditionally, we make sure everybody gets all their stuff before we everybody gets all their stuff before we put it on the web store. So it takes some time, especially the international stuff. We've got huge shipments going up to Canada, so going to New Zealand. Like everything's got to get to everybody before we put it in the web store. So if we start shipping in August, October seems like the earliest we'd get something in the web store because there's sometimes that takes. Remember what was it? Wildlands were there. When was the container that got bounced from Germany?
That was Wildlands.
Oof.
Wildlands got bounced around like really rough.
Yeah, there's the shipping is a harsh mistress. A harsh ships.
What happens at 1 million? We're gonna be really. What? I'm gonna shotgun a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a promise?
We don't really. We've hit all the stretch goals.
That's it. So okay, we have our first $1 million promise. Chris is gonna shotgun a beer.
Well, I was reading what somebody else said,
Oh.
but because I said it, I'm now legally bound.
Oh yes, yeah.
All right. Well, there we
We
go.
don't have beers.
We don't
Hey,
have
Hoppy.
we don't have beers.
We don't have beer cans. The cans we have are White Claw, but it's the big ones. Like, the energy
Oh,
ones and
no.
stuff.
Oh God.
What happened to Chris? Well, it was a tragic celebratory $1 million joke. It's what's fun too is having
Everyone-
met Hoppy. I can now imagine him shotgunning a beer.
1 million Nate's gonna make its mohawk.
I'm gonna do what to my mohawk?
1 million equals free tote bags for everyone.
Woof.
You can't make Chris shotgun White Claw.
A
Mace won't be
modular beer?
the only one who falls.
Like the aspirin. The-
Yeah, Austin. I think that should be our next company.
At 1 mil, we get
company
at 1 mil we get sci-fi 2 added to the projects list. I guess that's the thing. Is like I guess that is like the big question people have been having is like what is the future of sci-fi?
That's a really, really good question. I think we have to. I think ideally we break 1.5 in the pledge manager to show this viable.
I mean, obviously we want to do another one. It's a matter of how quickly we get to it, right? Because there's other things in the hopper too.
And it's how quickly and it's what is it? Is it expanding on this? Is it making completely new systems that stand alone or work with it? Is it making like ruined versions of this? Like what would that campaign be? We just
All
don't,
of
we
the
just don't
above.
know yet. What I will say is, hey, this didn't flop.
No, we're
know?
doing great. We're what 36 sculpts and we're at we're close to $1 million bucks.
We have
Everything has so much use now.
Yeah.
it's like a sixth the amount of it's like a fifth or a sixth the amount of sculpts that we had in Lowtown.
Yeah, we had 200.
Like-
There was something like, including all the battle boards and all the whatever, it was like 240 pieces in Lowtown
Yeah.
or something. So I didn't count the train trays and stuff in here. So that's
You-
another 2,
We also
3 things plus.
we also
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
a ton.
I know, this has been a wonderful run. It's really it's been awesome.
I'll
Like,
pledge another couple hundred right now with modular ship promise.
no, definitely we cannot make that promise.
Yes, please.
Well, here's the thing. What I've learned about promising projects is it's a big way. This is what was Wildlands? So it's
We
2020.
we
What
promised
year is
that
now?
this
It's
campaign.
2024.
So for
So
those
it's a 4-year.
yeah, so Mech Western and Bender and other people who are like new for this, this campaign is happening because at the end in 2020, in August 2020 or September 2020 was when it ended. In the final stream, we were getting close to 4 million. We were like, if we hit 4 million, we'll make a sci-fi campaign. We'll do a sci-fi project, and that 3.5 years later, that's this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very long undertaking.
Yes.
We can't, and we also have stuff in the hopper already. So putting more stuff in the hopper, it's like, okay, it's like saying, hey, in 5 or 6 years from now, here's that thing we promised. I don't know, it could be sooner than that, but like it's just too like, it seems like it's a real long, it's a long haul.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I put the shields from.
Oh, really? What's in the hopper? Dungeons Reforged is in the hopper.
Hightown's in the hopper.
Hightown's in the hopper.
Where Heroes Dare's in the hopper.
Yes.
Starforged 2, like whatever that may be, is in the hopper.
Either way, I
Plus
think
whatever
what
the
thing
other
is,
terrain thing is in the hopper.
I guess it's the thing is, can we confirm that we do intend to make more sci-fi?
Absolutely, yeah. We certainly
Yeah.
intend. I mean, I think across the boards, it's been a really fun process from development all the way through to graphics and video and executionally. Like it's been a wonderful run. It's been a really enjoyable thing. We've made some really creative pieces. We've had fun ways to do graphics, the parts log, the intro video, the animations. There's like just been it's been neat to flex a different muscle creatively, I think, sort of all the way throughout the whole pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's so much to do, right? Which we kept talking about every day. I mean, it's like, man, there's so many different things we can.
There's a lot you can do when you step into an entirely new genre. There's so much we haven't done in sci-fi, like at all. We could do a dozen campaigns in sci-fi.
We won't.
Well, we could.
Give us enough time. I mean, you know what? There's a whole planet made out of sand.
Can we get special edition barricades done in clear so we can get shields? We're at 975. So we got 5 minutes left to cross 1 million. It's down to the wire.
Do we
We just promised 12 campaigns if they hit 1 million.
yeah 12 campaigns. Yeah.
We have done
Given enough time.
incredibly well.
It's moving up. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, genuinely, like 1 million is the thing that like we were talking about before this. We were like, if we hit 1 million, like in the campaign, we've done
Solid.
really well. And it's not over with this either. Like the pledge manager, the way that pledge manager works with GameFound is going to be so much easier for us to advertise late pledges for, and we've got plans to like be pushing harder during pledge manager than we have before. To be doing different forms of outreach, and with it being like a full product and everything is there, and it's not going to change.
You know what we need for figuring out Starforged 2 is we also need your feedback, right? We need to get this stuff into everybody's hands and see what's working, see what's not working, see what people's desires are, get another survey out, like, get your feedback on what's most exciting and whatnot. Because that's the other thing is I want to make sure like we deliver on this and make sure all the stuff that we intended is doing what it's supposed to do.
Just over 10K away from Wildlands Reforged total. Yeah, Wildlands Reforged total after pledge manager. Like,
Whoa.
Sounds like you want more user research. Yeah, you can say that.
Ha. Thank you, Hidden Mana.
Hard to get away from my low town. Now I also have to wait for Starforged. Need to go into a stasis chamber for 5 months. 5 minutes to go.
Woo!
I guess it's technically like a little over 5 minutes. You guys plan on doing more digital sculpting in future campaigns? I think
Yes.
where it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
You know, I have a larger answer for that.
Ooh,
Yeah, get in front of the
let's
mic.
get an
and we
answer.
can- yeah.
We have, yeah, our goal is.
That was a larger answer.
Yeah.
The answer.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, like it's multifaceted. We are not looking to specify in terms of like these pieces will always be sculpted in clay and these pieces will only be sculpted in 3D. It's going to be as the need, or like
The tools for
whatever
the job.
whatever the need is for those things. But like at the end of the day, it's not a thing we're giving up in terms of both clay and 3D. We get a huge advantage in 3D is the opportunity to more precisely machine things, right? Like making certain that
Right
the biscuit
angles are-
pegs are exactly where they need to be. Right angles are actual right angles. But with our organic shapes like trees and bushes and vines and all these other things, what's nice is being able to have a kind of, I guess what I'm trying to say is like a natural look to it, and like have like some sort of like asymmetry to the whole thing, and that is easier to kind of do and pull off when you're
There's also
working with a physical object.
the ability to adjust for paint too, right? Like get a sculpt, print it out, have paint team paint it, and then say, hey, you know what? If we tweak this and this, we're gonna get better results from the painting because it's Amster's like, oh, this thing was really tricky. Can we adjust this to make it easier to paint so we'll get better results from the factory? It's gonna
Yeah.
like lead to better pieces.
Because we have a scanner for our sculpts. It's what we did with Lowtown. It's what we will do in the future for sculptures. The factory needs us to digitize our product, so we digitize it. But that doesn't mean that has to start there. Would be the larger answer.
Yeah, whatever the right tool for the thing we're trying to achieve is. And sometimes it's a hybrid, right? Like Toby did that, the Artificer, the Enigma Spider in Reliquaries was a cool hybrid thing where you did a 3D base, digitally sculpted base, printed it out, analog, added textures to it, and it ended up with like a really neat
Nina's
feel
Eldritch
to it.
Hero
Yeah, that was
was
Same.
also, the wings were
Yeah.
digital.
The Dwarven Reliquary.
Yeah.
Right, this hero is a mix of analog and digital.
Put some personal
Right.
items on auction for the last 25K.
Put some items on auction.
Yeah.
Mace.
What do we?
Last 2
I
minutes.
put Mace on auction.
Ooh.
Last 2 minutes, we're at 976.
Put the sweaty alien mask on.
Yeah, the sweaty alien mask. is now on auction.
Wait, we have to up the bid. I need to pay for my rent.
T-shirts. You guys can pop.
You guys want to see a dog?
Come on over. Come on over. Yeah, we're putting Lovey up for auction.
Come on,
to be on camera.
Oh,
There's a light there. We found it.
There's a light there.
All right, we are at 4 minutes.
we are
No,
a minute
wait, 1
44.
minute. Our clock is not on Game Pound time.
Yeah.
Woo!
Should we take bets on where we're gonna land?
No.
Okay, 1 minute.
2 billion.
All right, 1
Finalize
minute 30
this
seconds.
Casey, you missed it. There was this alien came in, but it was a gorilla, but it was actually an alien, and it was and it said it was gonna shoot everybody, and it was wild. Yeah.
I literally just got to work.
Yeah, you would have.
I'll send you the clip. It was crazy.
I don't know about
You would have loved it.
I don't know what that is.
Woo! Yeah, it was wild. You guys would have been good friends. It would have been.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh boy.
Lovey's up for auction in the last minute.
No, Lovey, no one can take her.
No price is good enough.
One solar orbit.
How much is a
Nobody
Lovey?
has the value of it.
Yeah, sorry. Money big enough hasn't been invented. Oh boy. We doing like a countdown from 10?
I'm not giving you this.
It's we're still at 30.
The sweaty alien mask.
Oh man. All right.
25 seconds left.
All right.
22, 21.
Let's see if anybody drops their pledge in the last 20 seconds.
Who wants to be the last pledge? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, did we time the change of that image like that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Who was the wizard? That Letitia?
Impressive.
No, that's
Oh, it
That's
does
just
it on
That's just GameFound, I think, right?
No.
Just like when the draft version of
It goes into the. Yes. It's like, woo! Yay! Congratulations!
yeah.
Yippee! Thanks.
Are we all free?
Well,
Are y'all
thank
free
you to all the backers. You did it. Hey, Chris, what was our final backer number? What was our final backer number?
767.
767 to you. Thank you all so much. We couldn't have done it without you. Showing up, a whole bunch of new faces, a whole bunch of old faces, old new friends, all like alien overlords. Everybody that wanted to pitch in. Huge. We made sci-fi. Yeah. We got Pledge Manager now.
Yeah.
We're gonna go dark for a week, and then we'll be back to get ready to Pledge Manager up. That goes up at the end of this month or beginning of May.
Yeah.
That thing will be live. We're gonna be at UK Games Expo. See you there with some prototypes too. A chance to see it if you're at Europe. Hey, we did it.
Yeah. If you have any questions, hit us up on the Discord at any point. We'll always be answering stuff there. We'll be checking the GameFound comments as well, and you can expect updates at the end of every month from us as well. And that's basically it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, we made 360 pieces. We got a whole batch of them. Things I'm like, I can't wait. This is as you can see from here, we have a really cool system. You guys have helped make it better, right? We showed at the beginning of the stream some of the innovations, came up with a bunch of new packs that we came up with. Thanks to you guys. You funded us through, got us to make everything. We unlocked every piece. We got the cockpit, we got the dome, we got the LED wall, we got all the bits. And mostly which means you guys have all the bits, right? You're gonna have a really good toolbox to build a whole bunch of really fun adventures, and an Eldritch Foundry coupon, and a free Pathfinder or Starfinder module, and plus whatever we're gonna do for the Pledge Manager.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Genuinely, like, we did not know how this stuff was going to go at all, and this is an extremely solid start to stepping into just an entirely new arena. Thank you guys for coming on. For the people who have been here for our past fantasy stuff and are supporting us as we step into sci-fi, for the people who are coming here because we're doing sci-fi stuff now, just thank you. Thank you for showing up. It's the only way we get to make this stuff.
You know what? And I think it's going to be a lot like Wildlands, where people got their stuff and started posting pictures and videos, and other people were like, "Oh man, that was cooler than I realized. Why didn't I back that?" I think you guys are gonna be really excited because you're gonna be the first people in the world to
first
get
ones.
this stuff, right? You're gonna be the first to play with it, the first to start posting it, first to amaze your groups with whatever you're doing, building cool battlefields, cool adventures, going into space, building a Millennium Falcon, whatever the heck you're gonna do. You're gonna be the first to do it, and that's gonna pave the way for whatever Starforged 2 is. For restocks for the like, right? Hopefully, it has a similar arc to that, where people, once you got your hands on it, and also you don't even realize how cool it is, right? You guys haven't had to play with it. Like the thing that still marvels me is we're still discovering fun ways to put these things together. There's so much neat compatible geometry in there. The details are so fun. Like these pieces are more open-ended than ever before. So there's so many neat ways to play with it. So you're gonna be the first ones to get your hands on it, and that's gonna kind of drive the biggest success of this thing. Is when you go, you're losing your mind at how fun and exciting it is, and it's going to make good stories in your tables.
And we had one last question to answer. How does it feel to have delivered on the madness of the last seconds of Wildlands?
A relief.
Sorry,
Tired. I
yeah,
want to take a nap.
Yeah, now we've done
It was
everything.
a 4-year promise.
Now we've done everything from Wildlands except one thing.
Get drunk.
No,
Oh.
we didn't.
Game.
We didn't promise to get drunk at 4 million.
Yeah, we were doing that already.
We gotta still do a back
With
game.
game
Yeah, we gotta do the game,
with
and then we're done.
a spaceship in Wildlands. We can get a
Spaceship in Wildlands. Yeah, there we go. We'll mix Starforged stuff into it. Why not?
right. Make it a fun, and we stream it in the Pledge Manager. Oh no, it's not
Yes.
streamed. That's right. So more people can participate.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're not putting them on camera. Like, yeah.
Whew.
All right.
Let's
Thank
get
you,
out of here.
everybody.
Let's go.
Let's get
go
out of
to
here.
dinner.
Yes.
We'll be back. We'll be back in the middle of this month. But mostly we'll be back in force for the Pledge Manager. And
Yes.
Keep the thoughts and comments and questions coming. Keep the Discord discourse coming, because once again, all this feedback is helping us make a better product. And I can't wait to get it in the Pledge Manager. See what people finally. It's gonna be really interesting to see what you finalize too. What everybody ends up getting.
For sure.
See the packs. See what the most popular pack is. All the like.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.